Hello. Welcome back to Ignite. My name is Lightning and I'm here with Miss Hailey.
Hello.
So we appreciate the love and support that we got on the first episode. The second episode I made an oops, but I was a day late. Oops. Oh well. Shit happens. I'm tired. Um yeah. People liked it. I shared on my social medias and stuff to send us your ghost stories. So we got three, in fact.
All from one person.
Yeah, like, and he's got more, or she. I
Like,
don't know. It wasn't specified.
are you okay?
Yeah, like, are you okay? Like, are you hunting them? Like,
Because if you're pulling a supernatural or ghost hunters,
we're here for it.
like, look me up. Like, hi.
Like, we're here for it. I'm curious, and I want to know, like, are you serious? Like, are you chasing them? I want to know because he sent me. This is the longest email I've ever gotten. Like when I got your guys' emails, it was like mainly just short stories, which is what I was kind of expecting, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I opened that one and I was like, that's it. Like because he's got three and from what I read, I haven't read them all because I want to read them and find out with you. So I kind of skimmed over it, but it seems like the three that they sent me had tied into each other. And then I read at the bottom that he said, I barely begun to scratch the surface. If you guys want more for upcoming videos. I forgot to mute my phone. I apologize. Oh, Twitter. Oh, Twitter. We'll talk about her in a second. He has I'm sorry. They have like a lot of video, like Jesus
Stories.
Christ, story.
Okay. And I'm the one that stutters a lot.
I haven't
But
slept yet.
Anyway, this person said that they haven't even begun to scratch the surface,
Thank
that
you.
they have a lot more stories to tell and whatnot, and seriously, if you are in danger, blink twice.
Blink twice. If you are in danger, please send me an email with the title ZZ.
Yeah, because
Zappy zap.
like, oh my god, like, I've experienced a lot of paranormal shit, but
That was just
damn.
wild enough
Because
in here.
I saw the email, I haven't read it yet.
It was massive.
Yeah, like, these are full-on stories, like, bro.
And it's like the first two are a little short. Excuse me, but again, they like tie into each other, so I'm curious because like if that's just scratching the surface, like I want to know what else you got going on. I'm also trying to promote the podcast because I didn't upload it and I'm terrified to go on Twitter. I have 8 notifications. You mean on God? Oh God, why would you ever apologize to Jesse Smiles? Apologize to Jesse Smiles. Rape apologist. Rape apologist.
We're
Wow,
gonna get to that in a minute.
you guys really like to throw that word out there like you know the definition of it. So yeah, we'll get to that in a second. He's outside the door and he's mad because he's not allowed back in.
Yeah, just
So he's gonna huff and puff. I told you he's gonna bitch and moan about it.
yeah. Jay's dog is or Lightning's dog is gonna be behind the door this time because he was all over me.
Yeah, and I give him a bone. So like normally when I give him a bone, he runs into the living room with it and he minds his own damn business.
But it's because I'm here.
Yep, because you're here. He's gonna be by you and he's like showing you like, hey, look what I got. Look what I got.
Yeah, and we didn't want you guys to hear the chewing. So
Yeah.
now his nose is pressed up like the crack underneath the door, and he's huffing and puffing, and it's funny.
I also want to apologize for the last podcast. I did not know I was that loud. We have a microphone that doesn't work when we have guests on. Normally, like when me and Megan would do it, I would have mine, she would have hers. Use hers, and then the guest would use the guest microphone. The guest microphone is the one that's a little messed up. So I kept thinking I was using that one and talking loud with the microphone like up to my mouth when I really didn't need for it to be that way. So I'm gonna apologize for that now. Did not know it was like that at all.
But you're a loud bitch anyway, so it's okay.
That's the thing. Like I can have this microphone all the way across the fucking room and someone will still hear me.
Yeah.
Like I think I sneezed or something in the first one, and I heard it crystal clear, and I was like, oh my god, I'm such a loud bitch.
It's the Polish in us.
Honestly. So while I do this really quick, how's your day going before we get into my Twitter issues?
It's good. It was nice. My grandparents went to visit my dad in Florida, and they've been back for about a month now. So my grandma and I call her Mina, we met up for lunch, and it was nice to catch up.
That's good.
Yeah.
I met Mina. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Very sweet. Um, Loved her very much. There we go. Oh my god, Spotify podcast has like a fucking hashtag. Cool. Although hashtags are getting me in trouble. Um, I think that's it. I'm promoting except for Snapchat, but I can do that really quick while the tweet uploads.
Yeah.
So I'll just get into the Twitter shit so
Yeah,
we
go
can get
for
that
it.
out of the way. And Hailey doesn't really go on Twitter. She doesn't really know much about social media drama. I tend to steer clear of it because I don't like getting I don't want it to consume my life like I see so many people on Twitter doing, and I let it last night because if you follow Gabby Hanna, Jesse Smiles, Trisha Paytas, you know all the crap that's been going on. Um, Jesse released phone calls between her and Gabby, and they were absolutely disgusting. I 100% agree. Gabby needs to apologize to Jesse, not only for that, but I think that the two of them need to sit down together and have a conversation about what the hell is going on. Because everyone's saying Gabby's gaslighting and um, lying and all this. And, don't get me wrong, I don't really see how Jesse Smiles is like at fault for any of it. So last night after the Gabby video went up about Trisha Paytas, I joined a stream. I honestly don't remember the name of the guy's stream. I think it was Diorio or something. I watched it for a while, and they started the hashtag of apologize to Gabby Hanna, specifically talking about the Trisha Paytas situation, not talking about Jesse Smiles or Shane Dawson or any of these other YouTubers she's got problems with, David Dobrik, Liza Koshy, any of them. The hashtag was for Trisha Paytas to apologize to Gabby because if you'd seen, like, you can have your own opinion about Trisha and you can have your own opinion about Gabby. I really could give two shits less. Um, the hashtag is on trending. Last time I checked, the hashtag apologize to Gabby Hanna was number 5 on United States trending, which good in my opinion. Yeah, Trisha should apologize to her, going on her frenemies podcast and saying, yeah, Gabby Hanna's delusional, she thinks we were friends, I never texted her, I never said we should hang out, I never hung out with her, I've never even met her in person, and saying that she had to get extra security at her house because she thought Gabby was going to stalk her and murder her and all this crap. And Gabby shows Gabby's side of the receipts that she has as screenshots and all that crap. And again, I don't like getting involved in that, but I liked the Frenemies podcast and I like H3, so I watched them. And hearing Trisha say this, she contradicts herself a lot. So to see like all of that come out, I was like, okay, cool. Like, so Trisha is lying. Like, and if she seriously doesn't remember it, like, then that's because I know sometimes with like schizophrenia, and I know she's talked about how she has schizophrenia. When you have it, sometimes you do have like blackouts where you don't remember things. And if she doesn't, that really sucks. I'm sorry, but don't hide behind that when you were shown proof. And like don't hide behind that because you were shown proof that Gabby was telling you her truth, and you were sitting here calling her delusional and crazy and all this bullshit. And the hashtag got taken out of context to where people thought it meant Gabby Hanna did nothing wrong, which was another hashtag I did not agree with because I am the first to admit she has done some fucked up shit, especially with Jesse Smiles. People kept saying, how about apologize to Jesse Smiles? Start that hashtag going. I'm like, you know what? Gabby said that she was releasing a 13-part series. I bet you 10 to 1 something about Jesse Smiles will be in there, whether it's apologetic or not. I'm really hoping it's apologetic, but, my standards for Gabby aren't really that high. And, I was tweeting the hashtag apologize to Gabby Hanna because I do believe Trisha owes Gabby an apology, as well as Gabby apologizing to Jesse. I'm not specifically saying that everyone should apologize to Gabby because she's done nothing wrong. No, I'm saying this specific moment, that specific hashtag is for Trisha Paytas to apologize to her. Yes, I 100% absolutely agree that Gabby needs to apologize to Jesse. But now sitting here calling me a rape apologist, I really want you guys to understand the definition of that word, because a lot of you throw it out there not knowing what the hell it means. A rape apologist is someone who, let me look up the definition really quick. Oh no, I put rape, not rape apologist, sorry. Rape apologist. What is a rape apologist? Well, if you go to Urban Dictionary, which is the first thing that pops up, this is Urban Dictionary's definition. Rape apologist, someone who defends rapists with the knowledge of the crimes they have committed. Example, Gabby Hanna is a rape apologist. That is Urban Dictionary's definition.
Oh my fucking god.
When you Google just rape apologist, I'll show you what happens. Now you can see I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, nope, you just have Google pulled up.
When you scroll down, oh, she must have had it removed. When you typed in rape apologist, it was Gabby Hanna's Twitter, then the Urban Dictionary definition.
Wow.
Now, there's a lot to go through about Jesse and Curtis and all that crap, and we're not a drama podcast, we're fun, but at the same time, do not sit here and call me a rape apologist when you don't know the definition of the word, because what you're technically calling me is a rape apologist, and at that point, you're just making up words. I'm not excusing anything Gabby did. I think she does need to apologize.
Pretty much, apologies need to go all around, and then people need to back the fuck off.
Well, she's already made it public that after her series goes out, she's done.
Like, she's done.
She's not doing YouTube anymore. She's focusing on music, which I honestly think is a good thing for her.
Yes. It's just, yes, it is a terrible, terrible thing.
What happened to Jesse was horrible, and he did plead guilty. So it is a real thing. It did happen.
Okay. Like, again, I'm not on Twitter. I don't follow any of these people on social media, so I don't know what happened. But, honestly, people take what other people say way out of context all the time. Pretty much what you're trying to say is people, like, everyone needs to apologize to everyone, and everyone needs to go their separate ways after that and just leave each other alone. And
May I add that this situation where Jesse was raped happened 5 years ago?
Yeah, time.
I'm sorry, let me clarify. Gabby Hanna and Jesse Smiles were not friends until after she was raped, to my knowledge.
Okay. Again, I don't know what happened.
It's a mess. It's mess.
Oh, I'm not gonna look it up
Yeah.
because honestly, it's not my business, so I don't want to know.
And that's the thing. Why is this public? It is
Because
TMZ made that public, by the way.
Because TMZ is all about drama, and they want the scoop on everyone to make everyone's life a living hell because they make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate companies that profit off of people's misery.
Yeah.
Because
that's what these T channels on YouTube are doing. That's what these drama channels and T channels are doing on YouTube. They're just smaller.
I have them blocked.
Smaller TMZ accounts.
I
got blocked by 5 last night because I was like, I'm not here for what Trisha did. I think it's fucked up. Do I think Trisha's funny sometimes? Yeah, like she's funny sometimes. I think she's gorgeous. Like I can sit here and admit, like I don't personally like the things that she's done, but she's still pretty, and I still think she's funny. I don't agree with what Gabby's done. I still think that her content's not what it used to be. Like I mainly fuck with her music. I like her music. Jesse Smiles, I'm not really into Jesse Smiles. I never really was, and it has nothing to do with like this whole situation. I honestly heard about Jesse Smiles through this whole Gabby Hanna thing, and I watched a couple of her videos, and I like her. She seems like a very sweet girl, and you can tell in the videos like this situation really, really upset her, which it had every single right to. That's a horrible, horrible thing to happen. But Gabby did make it worse by doing a phone call with Jesse saying, my lawyers won't let me drop it. And Jesse's like, sue me. That way we don't have to bring our fans into it. And Gabby goes, I want to bring my fans into it. Because she feels like we're affected as well. I'm like, but that is not, I can speak for me. I don't want that to go fucking public because that's no one's business but Jesse's.
Honestly, celebrities that involve their fans in their drama are just looking for clout.
Yeah.
But then celebrities, okay, like, for example, Demi Lovato, who keeps us updated on her mental health and whatnot, that is completely different than what Gabby Hanna is doing. Okay, if you want to let us know how your health is going and whatnot,
that's
and if you're
different.
Happy, go for it. I want to hear about that. But if it's about something that, like,
first of all, sexual assault is not it's not a small topic at all.
No, and I'm trying to find the right words to say it. That way I don't offend anyone. But,
well, like, first of all, to call me a fucking rape apologist, like, I don't talk about it publicly, but I was sexually assaulted multiple times. Like, I don't really want to give the time frame because I don't really want to do that, but, like, I was sexually assaulted. These people on Twitter don't know that because I don't talk about it. But now you're calling me a rape apologist.
you don't know what other people are going through. So
But they don't care.
They don't. They just want to be assholes because the internet is the easiest way to do that.
Yep, and it's a
it is
constant
messed up.
back and forth. Like people who are defending Gabby, they're like, no, fuck that. But if someone defends then Jesse Smiles, people who are defending Gabby are like, no, fuck that. It's a lose-lose situation. But what pissed me the fuck off is when I'm sitting here on Twitter responding to their fucking threads saying, yes, I do agree that Jesse Smiles deserves an apology from Gabby. Then everybody shut the fuck up. There was no response of, yes, that's true. There was no liking it. Like, okay, so for example, the tweet below mine when I said hashtag apologize to Gabby Hanna, it was just like 8 different. It was the same like box. I don't remember the caption or whatever. Apologize to Jesse Smiles, apologize to Jesse Smiles like 8 times. It got like 200 likes. My apologize to Gabby Hanna got 90, I want to say. I might be wrong. But then I was like, no, I 1000% agree. I believe both of them deserve apologies. Gabby Hanna deserves an apology from Trisha. Gabby Hanna does not deserve an apology from Jesse Smiles. She has no reason to apologize. Gabby owes her the apology. I agree on that. But when I sit there and I say, yes, she deserves that, it's silent, it's quiet, but so help me God, if I put anything else on there, you are all coming for me, calling me a rape apologist, like, do whatever the fuck you want. I really don't give a shit. I don't know who any of you fucking are, and I really don't give a damn. But don't do that when I'm agreeing with you, because now that I'm agreeing with you, you're quiet. But when I wasn't agreeing with you, you were attacking me.
Yeah, it's just... Overall, it's a messed up situation, and it should have stayed with
private.
The people that it involved. It is no one else's business. It should not be anybody else's business. If those people personally ask for your help or your opinion, great. If not, back
shut
off.
Up. Like, literally just shut up.
Because you're just making the situation worse. You're feeding the fire, and okay, like, celebrities, their lawyers look at
and
what
they
the
got
fans say.
Good lawyers.
Oh yeah, their lawyers look at what fans say, and if like certain people say the wrong thing, it could ruin the person who is not it like lack of a better word, innocent.
Yeah.
The one who is least amount of guilty, you could ruin them. And it's just...
There's no doubt that Jesse's gotten backlash, which I do not agree that... I don't agree that she should get backlash. Like, leave... I think this happened 5 years ago. Gabby needs to drop it. I don't want to say Jesse needs to drop it, but she needs to stop engaging in Gabby.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is feeling her fire, doing what she wants. I don't recommend you keep doing that because it's just going to get worse. You know, it happened a while ago. You know, you've dealt with it and you've worked through that trauma. I don't want to see her go through that again. I would never wish someone to live that twice.
Yeah. And, like, nobody's really thinking about how this could affect Jesse.
No.
Because...
Well, no, a lot of people are more for Jesse than they are for Gabby.
Well, yeah, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that with them constantly bringing it up and whatnot, who knows how Jesse is reacting to it personally.
Yeah.
Because in front of the camera or whatnot could be one way. But at home, alone, it could be a completely different thing.
Like on the phone call, she recorded the phone call and she recorded her camera, like videotaping her. She, when she found out Gabby had heard out Curtis, because he was like, hey, can I tell you my side? She's like, she told me her side, you can tell me yours. And she lost it. She's like, why the fuck would you even hear him out? And Gabby's like, well, I was going to defend you. And she's like, why? Fuck him. And Gabby's like, no, you're right. Fuck him. I can't really... I see I'm torn with that because I understand why Gabby was like ready to hear him out to be like, really? Because that's not what fucking happened. You pled guilty, fucking... If you pled guilty, admit that you fucking did it. But he, according to Gabby, told the same story that Jesse told. And she's like, yeah, that's what she's saying. Like, you did that to her. Like, bye. Like, and Jesse, obviously she was hurt by it. So she was like, you know, I'm going to have to call you back. Her husband came in and was like consoling her and all that. It's just a whole ass mess. No, I don't believe Gabby Hanna's perfect. I do believe Trisha Paytas should apologize to her, especially for all the shit that she put Gabby through this last year. I believe Gabby Hanna should apologize to Jesse, and I think we all need to mind our own damn business. I don't think shit like that should be fucking public ever. And people can say like, "Oh, Gabby made it public" or whatever, but like, no, TMZ made that shit public, and you know damn well they did. Because as far as I knew, like, don't get me wrong, I understand that when you're famous, like, keeping shit private's hard. Especially back then when Vine was like new and popular. Hearing a lawsuit between two Vine stars was, you know, a whole ass article. Like, I don't think TMZ realized what they were doing. They just cared about money and the views and all that crap, and that's like all anybody fucking cares about. That's why I sit here and when I'm on my YouTube channel and I'm like, I don't care if it makes me money. I don't care if I get fuck tons of views, because honestly, I don't want to have a million subscribers and go through and deal with this shit. Like, I'd fucking quit. Like, that is like, yeah, the money's great, but like, absolutely not. That, no. And I do applaud YouTubers who do YouTube like that with millions and millions, because like, oh my god, I see some of the hate videos and it's ridiculous.
My thing, this is the reason why I love ASMR so much, because
There's no drama.
Exactly. I applaud people that can do this with no drama. Like, they just, if they see drama happening, they shut it down and change the subject.
Yeah.
Because those are the true people. Because they're I'm not here for this. This is not how I want this to go, so I'm not gonna let it. They're taking charge of how they want things to go.
Yeah.
And more people need to do that.
They do.
Like, ASMR is all about just
Relaxing
and just letting things go. Whereas stuff like this, it's hurting people.
It's affecting their actual lives, because so I don't know if Jessie Smiles is her real name. I doubt it. Trisha Paytas, I think that's her real name. But Gabby Hanna, that's her real name. So like, even if she doesn't want to do YouTube anymore, like, everyone's like, oh, tell her to get off YouTube, tell her to get off YouTube. That's her real name. That's gonna the things that are being tweeted about her. The fact that when you would Google rape apologist, Gabby Hanna would pop up. You type in Gabby Hanna, and I bet you 10 to 1, it's just Jessie Smiles, which, don't get me wrong, it needs to be brought attention because what she did was bad. I'm not saying what she did was excusable in any way. However, she is a real person. She's not, as Trisha says, a character online that people can make videos about. Like, that's her real name. If you guys want her off YouTube that bad, fine. I don't wish Gabby to kill herself over this shit. Like, bottom line, I don't want to talk about it anymore, because I don't want to give them any more publicity. Jessie Smiles needs an apology from Gabby Hanna, point blank, period. I'll stay out of it now because I don't like getting involved in that shit. I've been on YouTube for 2 years, and this is the first time I've ever been subtweeted like that horribly, and I'm not going to talk about it because like I got hate for it. Like, I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. But that's just not what I'm about. Like I said, I was watching the H3 podcast and Trisha's just ripping on her, and I'm like, some of the things she's saying isn't adding up. She's contradicting herself a lot. So when I saw that Gabby posted that video, I was like, oh my god, this bitch is like literally gaslighting the piss. Like, it was bad. So I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, I'll hop on the Gabby wagon for a minute and be like, yeah, you know, she deserves an apology. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I'm sorry if I crossed any lines. Learn the definition of rape apologist, please, and stop making up terms like rape apologist. And that's all I'm going to say. We're never going to talk about it again. We're not drama channels. We're not any of that bullshit. Drama channels are fucking shit. Tea channels are fucking shit. All YouTubers are fucking shit, including me. Like, shitty people everywhere. That's literally all I'm going to say about it. That was it.
Yeah. Anyway, ghost stories.
Yes. So let's start with you.
Okay. So, God, I think it was...
Also, we have no idea why ghost stories just popped up in our heads. It just was like, hey, that's a topic. Not even close to Halloween, but I was like, maybe it was because, like, I'm starting Spirit soon.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Halloween, spooky time, ghosts.
And
Continue.
I read a lot of fiction, which has some paranormal shit. Like, Throne of Glass has ghosts in it and whatnot.
Right.
Like, oh my god. But anyway, I think it was 7th or 8th grade. I was over Morgan's house. And it was the first, like, one of the first and only times I stayed the night at her house because we
You're
always,
like, fuck that shit.
yeah, because we always, like, my house was the go-to house because my house was the fun house. Like, we could have a bunch of snacks, watch movies and whatnot, and yeah, it was just fun there.
Right.
Yeah, so the way her room was, it had 2 doors. One leading to the kitchen, one leading to the hallway. Yeah, so her parents took her little sister out. We decided to stay home. And we're just laying in her bed, and all of a sudden, we see a little girl come out of her sister's room and go down the hallway.
Oh, absolutely the fuck not. I would have been like, bye, bitch, burning your house as we speak.
Yeah, I stop and I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And she goes, 1 second. Because we thought somebody broke into her house.
Right. You just see a random little girl, you're like, excuse me.
No, like, this little girl was the same size and everything as Jaina.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, Jaina's her little sister. And I think she was like, God, she's 13 now.
Mm-hmm.
God, wait. Oh,
Oh my god, is she seriously 13?
she's 13.
My Christ.
So I've known her since she was a toddler. Okay? She was little because I've been friends with Morgan for 12 years.
My god. Yeah, a year less than
Yeah,
us.
12, 11 years. So I've known Jaina her whole life. And so we just saw a little girl walk. And Morgan got up, searched the whole house. I didn't get off that bed because I'm like, fuck it, I'm not getting
Morgan's
murdered.
like, hold on, hold my titty. I'm gonna go beat someone's ass.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not about to be murdered, okay? So I stayed on her bed, which was in a corner. My back was against the wall in the corner where I could see both doors and the window. I'm like, fuck this. She comes back and she's like, no one's here. I'm like, what? She goes, no one's here. All the doors and windows are locked. What the fuck was that?
A demon.
So we sit back on the bed, turn on all the lights in the room, and we're just sitting there terrified. And all of a sudden, we hear a little girl laugh.
She said, haha, playing peekaboo.
I'm like, can we go to my house?
That's
Fucked up? Yeah. We
Yeah.
still talk about it to this day. And no one believes us. But we're like, we both saw it.
It'd be different if like one person was like, oh no, I totally saw her, and the other person was like, no, you're on fucking drugs. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't
No,
see shit.
we both saw her. We both heard her. And we're both like, fuck that. Actually, Morgan's the one that told me to tell this story today.
Oh, Morgan told you to tell it?
Yeah. 'Cause
Hi, Morgan.
She saw your post about we were going to talk about paranormal stuff. And
Yeah.
she goes, you should tell the story about my house. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, but, like, my house is also haunted. 100%. Because of Johnette.
You know what? I can agree. I've stayed the night at your house multiple times, and I've done some whack-ass shit in my sleep at your house.
He tickled himself in his sleep.
I do that now. Like, that ain't
Oh,
shit.
no. Bitch, you sat the fuck up. Like, we got home from
Someone
work.
got my attention.
Okay, when he was living with me at the time, we slept in my room. Like, we slept in my bed because we didn't have a room. We didn't have an extra room, so, like, he just slept in my bed with me. We were laying in my bed after work one night, and I'm playing on my phone, and all of a sudden, he sits bolt upright. And I'm like, what the fuck? And, like, you start tickling your arm, and then, you remember that video I took of you? Where you, like, you had the blanket over your face, and you shot up, and then you, like, growled?
Yeah, possession.
Yeah.
I'm blaming your sister for that.
Bitch, she didn't use the Ouija board yet. That was before the Ouija board.
I'm blaming my ex-husband.
Yeah, there you go. But my sister did get a Ouija board, and she yells at me like, it's not real. Bitch, yes, the fuck
Bitch,
it
the
is.
hell? Did so say
I don't
so
care
what?
that you got it at Dave & Buster's, okay?
I don't give a fuck where you got the bitch. You
Okay,
can make
people
one at home.
People use, like, homemade Ouija boards, okay? I don't give a fuck where you got it. If you fucking with spirits, you're fucking with spirits. I don't
And
care.
guess what, bitch? They work.
Yes. Like,
You can make one out of paper and a cup, and it'll work.
yes, okay? It's just how you make a connection. And, like, for example, like, My bed is on the other side of my room from my trash can, okay? And I have one of those trash cans with the lid with the little floppy thing on it. And so I'm sitting on my bed reading, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I heard a thump, and I look over. Yeah, my trash can lid was next to my bed.
Absolutely not.
And I'm like, my fan's off, and like hell, our air is strong enough to go from the floor, go up, and knock the lid off. I'm like,
Yeah.
hell no.
That's a little sus.
Yeah, I did not sleep that night.
I do not blame you at all.
And like my house has very, very thin walls, so you know when people go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when we would stay at my house and we'd
sorry.
hear people walking around?
Yeah.
And we'd hear people talking, we're like, everyone's asleep.
Do you think our first apartment was haunted?
Fuck yeah, it was.
Should we tell them about the monkey?
Oh my god. I still have that video.
So, we were in my bedroom, and I was doing something on the floor.
You were, no, okay.
Being
Jeanette
a crackhead or something.
Jeanette was,
Laser light, right?
yeah, the laser
And I was,
light.
God, it was
We
great.
were high on sugar, okay? We were on a
Oh, yeah.
sugar high from hell,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
We crashed hard that night.
In all fairness, we worked until midnight, got home at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and that's
My
like...
little sister was over.
Yeah, and our chill time was between like 1:30 to 3:30, and then we would go to bed. It was a horrible fucking sleep schedule. I don't miss it.
I don't either. But yeah, so we would be dead tired because we worked for the same company, just different buildings. So
Yeah.
he would pick me up after work.
And we lived together, so it was just like, here you go.
Yeah, so it worked out. And so we'd be on our way home and we'd be falling asleep. And also our dumbasses, every night for like the first 4 months we were living
Oh
together,
my God,
we would stop at
Walmart?
Walmart on like
just
what,
buy
12
everything.
mile?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was a sketchy ass.
that was at 12 in Van Dyke.
Yeah, so it was a sketchy ass Walmart. We were there so much the night security guard knew us by name.
He stopped
Okay.
checking our receipts because he was kind.
Yeah, like we would walk in and he goes, seriously?
Yes.
We're like, yeah. He goes, what do you guys need this time? We don't know.
Well, in all fairness, like, our first apartment was not tiny.
Fuck no,
When we
it
moved
wasn't.
in, it was so empty. Now you look at my apartment now, and it's like, holy fuck, I'm out of room.
Yeah, but dude, also remember, when I moved out, I had to bring all my shit and put it in that one room.
Yeah.
All
But
my
you know
stuff
what? I
in the
will say-
apartment is in my one room.
I will say, you make it work.
Fuck
It
yeah.
looks very nice. It's very organized. It's very clean. She's a very clean bitch. Hasn't
It's called
always
trauma.
hasn't always been like, because when I was a kid, oh my god, I was a fucking pig.
You saw my room when we lived on Topher.
Yeah.
I had to create a path from my door to my bed. It was so messy.
I think it just happens with like everybody. I don't want to say everybody because some people are fucking just disgusting and it's just like whatever. But I think it just happens. Like, I think it was like 15. I was like, wow, my house is disgusting. My room is always dirty. Like, why do I like this so much? It's disgusting.
It happened when I moved into the new house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, after that, my room was almost always clean because it wasn't until I was, I think, 16 was I allowed to have clothes in my room. Because okay, I lied about not having a room for an extra room in the house. We do.
It's a
but
closet.
It's a fucking closet, okay? It's too small to be
I
considered
like how
a
you
bedroom.
added your stuff. You're like, I lied.
I'll call myself out, I
Right
don't
to
care.
your face.
Well, it's too small to be a bedroom.
Yeah.
So we turned it into a massive closet where all of us kept our clothes in there.
Yeah.
So, because I never did laundry, my sister never did laundry, we're like, fuck it. So my mom's like, hell no. So it helped us keep our rooms clean. But once I turned 16 and my sister tried to wear my clothes, I'm like, oh, fuck no. My room. Mine. My clothes.
But anyway, we were on the floor with the laser pointer.
Yes.
And we had only lived there for, God, like maybe 2 weeks, right? We weren't there long.
No, it was a month.
A month?
It was a month.
And I chased the laser pointer underneath our heat vent, and I just see this little toy. And it's a monkey.
Like one of the,
Maybe...
like,
No, his arms are down. Like when you wound it
oh,
up,
yeah.
he moved with his arms. So like his arms are longer than his body, and it was
It reminded me of Donkey
maybe
Kong.
like 3 inches tall. It was a very small toy, but it was the creepiest motherfucking thing I ever found. And then I found a taser
in the next
in
apartment.
my other apartment, my 1 bedroom, in a wall. Because
Like inside
we
the
had to
fucking
move
wall.
the fridge for some reason. I think something spilled and we had to move the fridge to clean it.
Mhm.
And a fucking taser just falls out of it. I'm like, oh my God, I live in a shit area. I have not found anything here yet.
Keyword yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I found a child's sock. Just one. And it had pandas on it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's fucking creepy when you find children's clothes.
It was in here.
I don't care if there was a child living here before. If you walk into someplace new and you find children's clothes, I'm like, how old were you when you died?
Yeah. Also, side note, I met Sam yesterday. Oh, she is just
Yeah.
that's Megan's baby. She is just the cutest damn thing.
Hmm.
Megan says hi, podcast. She misses you. She'll be back next season, hopefully. She's recovering. Birthing is hard. If you're a mom, you know pushing out a child out of your vacuoder kind of sucks. So, you
That's
know,
that's one way to call it. But
push, push, pull.
yep. Hey. Another story.
What's
Dad's
this one?
house. Your dad, the woods by your dad's house.
Oh, hell no. That was like, mm-mm. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody was fucking with us, but it was still scary as piss because there's
Dude, shit
no
would happen in broad
light.
daylight and nobody was there.
And it was a weird spot because then there'd be tents, no one's in them, sleeping bags, no one's there, and you can tell somebody had a fire, and it's like somebody's here. Like, I feel like every time we went there, people were just looking, and I was like, I'm uncomfy.
Yeah. Also, the woods by your mom's house. Didn't we find something one time when we went there?
A book.
No.
Was it a book?
No, it was. Wasn't it like a birth certificate or something?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was fucking weird. People are crazy.
Yeah.
Literally fucking nuts.
So tell
yeah.
this guy's story because we're running out of time.
So, by my dad's house, there was like this little wooded area. It's fenced off now.
That's so disappointing.
I know, it's sad. I couldn't even get in there anyway. A huge tree fell. You have to climb a tree to get in, like to get into the woods, and then you had to follow a little bit of a trail, and then it was a little bit of an open area. Well, we decided to go there at pitch black nighttime.
I think this was the same night that Jay broke that lamppost.
Yeah, no, Nick wasn't with us when we broke. When
Well,
I
Nick
broke.
had a.
Come get us. He had to come get us out of the woods because I was like, yeah, I'm lost.
Oh yeah, even with our flashlights, we could not find our way out.
We got so turned around. We kept going in circles. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. There was like, we could see people's back fences. Like, we could have easily hopped. But like, I'm not about to like trespass because I'm lost. Like, we got in here. We can get out.
We were also in Roseville, so we.
Yeah. Roachville. I'm like, I'm not about to fuck with no Roachville. No, no. Nay, nay. Nay, nay, I say. But it was just, we were walking around and we heard noises like somebody was following us. And I felt like I was being watched the entire fucking time.
Dude, see, okay, at some point, did you feel like somebody was standing over your shoulder?
Yeah. That's
Dude,
what I mean
got
by like,
freaked
that's
the fuck
what I
out.
mean
That's
by
when I
being
latched
watched.
onto you.
And I was like, oh my god, like I want to leave, like now.
Yeah, there was one point where I latched onto Jay and I would not let go. It's because I felt something or someone behind me, and I was at the back of the group. I could see everyone.
And it was fucking nuts because we are all freaking out. We're like, we're trying to get the fuck out of here. None of us can find a way out.
Yep, but also the thing is that you and I, pretty much were the only ones. Yeah, Morgan believed because of the whole little girl incident, but you and I were the only ones that had like actual experience with paranormal stuff
Yeah.
at the time. Because remember, in 6th grade, you and I would experience some shit.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know why we're both very sensitive to paranormal stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, ever since I was little, like when my grandma died, she smoked, she drank. When she died, someone had a cigarette lit in the living room. And they for some reason, they just needed to take a picture of the doorway because the smoke was making a really weird figure. And we have I don't have the picture, but my mom does. You look at it, and you can see my grandma's face in the smoke. I was like 3. That shit was fucking nuts.
I've always heard stuff. And I'm not like I hear voices.
Right.
No,
like,
no,
that's
no,
called schizophrenia, babe. Like,
no, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Okay,
Right.
Don't call the doctors on me. But
we're calling the camp.
so like I would always hear something, whether it be a car horn when I'm like in the middle of a field, or I hear footsteps when I'm alone, like all that type of stuff. How I worked in an elementary school, okay? and I worked the night shift.
Scariest motherfucking thing on the damn planet.
I would hear kids laughing at 11 at night, and I'd hear lockers slam, I'd hear doors open and close, and it was just me and two other people, and the two other people that I worked with would be in the same room as me, so I would know it was not them. And they had motion censored lights in the hallways.
Mine would turn on all the
Yes.
damn time.
I'm like, fuck this.
And
That's
I'm
why
just
I stayed in
standing
that
there and
one
I'm like,
room.
okay. I was just standing there. I'm like,
I
all right.
have pictures. I have shown you pictures
Mhm.
of things standing in the hallway in
Yeah.
pitch black. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah. The one picture I
kept those
posted,
pictures.
I posted a selfie a couple of years ago, and it was just all the comments like, who's standing behind you? I'm like, there ain't nobody fucking behind me. I still to this day don't see anybody standing behind me, but I don't know.
Do you have the picture?
Oh God, I can find it for
Yeah.
sure.
At some point, show it to me because I want to know.
But I was like, I don't fucking see anybody standing behind me. I think you guys are just fucking crazy or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was, I don't know.
We've been through some shit.
That's not it.
Yeah.
I
But
think
you
that
should
was at our
tell
house.
this guy's stories.
I am. Oh yeah, we got 20 minutes and we got questions. Let me look really fast. I don't have that many selfies left. I think I deleted quite a few because I was like, ew, I'm disgusting. This is the picture. Somebody apparently is standing behind me. I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No, I don't see it.
Dude! Oh my god, that's fucking creepy.
I don't see it. I really don't. And the funny thing is no one was there with me. I had gone to my mom's to let the dogs
my
out.
God.
No one was home. My mom was the one that commented who's standing behind you because I went there to let the dogs out and Steve was at work and I had gotten off work early to go let the dogs out.
Yeah.
No one was there. Ashley was at school and John was at work and mom was at work. Like no one was there. So she's like, who's standing behind you? I'm like, the fuck? There's like nobody
Okay.
behind me.
Best way to describe it, if you add the ceiling fan behind you, it looks like the Nun from The Conjuring.
Valak, baby. Oh, you're correct. I don't like that. I'm trying to remember where this picture was, because if I zoom in here, that...
You were at one of the apartments.
No, this is at my mom's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, the only thing I find a little creepy is I am standing in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
That window is Ashley's bedroom. So you're telling me this spot where it looks like outside, that's the kitchen, and there's no window there. There's nothing even there to reflect the window of the outside. So that's kind of trippy.
Yeah, wait, yeah, because your mom, I've been to
'Cause
his
it
mom's
splits.
house, so I know the layout. Yeah, there's nothing there.
So that's sus.
Because even if the door to the garage is open,
It wouldn't show
yeah.
directly outside. There would be the workbench in the picture or the other door
no,
blocking
you wouldn't
it.
even see outside the door because where you're standing, if you're able to see the window in Ashley's room,
Mhm.
you wouldn't be able to even see the laundry room.
Yeah, you're right. That's sus. That's weird.
I don't like that picture. That's freaky.
Nay, nay, I say. But let's
Okay.
get to this person's stories.
Sorry it took so long to
Yeah.
get there. We'd like to get off track.
I've been having a day, and we ramble, but
Yeah.
whatever. All right, so
Well, we'd eventually get to it.
the email says. So first of all, thank you for sending it in. If you guys have any stories you would like shared on the podcast, please email us at IGKNIGHTPODCAST@gmail.com. He says, I won't read the first part, but story 1. This took place where most of my paranormal experiences happened. In my childhood home in Clinton Township, Michigan, which is where I live. Me, Lightning, I live in Clinton Township. I had joined karate classes after being bullied for a while. I was around 10 years old at the time, but I wanted to get more into shape, so I was better in my karate class. My mom was gone and my parents were separated at the time, so I was all alone in the house. I started doing various exercises in my room and eventually started doing sit-ups. As I would lean back, I would see the corner of my room. I did a sit-up, leaned back, did another, leaned back, and suddenly I saw a girl in a Native American-style dress with black hair standing in the corner staring at me. I shot up immediately and began to scream. No one around to hear me. The moment I had broke visual contact, she was gone. This wouldn't be the last time I saw and heard from her. I told my mom when she got home, and thankfully she believed me. She did some digging, and according to her, and according to what she told me, it turns out our house was built on a Native American burial ground. Absolutely terrified me to my soul. and it's an experience I'll never forget.
Which I truly believe
Everywhere is an Indian burial ground. Like I can't even get into it right now about how old
no,
everything is and like the countless lives people lived before things were built here. Like who knows what this was before it was an apartment complex? Like I don't fucking
honestly.
know. I'd like to learn about like things like that, but like I'm
Yeah.
lazy.
But I even though I don't say anything, I don't really do anything. I always appreciate the land I'm on because I don't know whose house this was,
Right.
where like what this land was before I lived on it. So I always like think about like in my head, I always give thanks to the people it belonged to beforehand.
Right.
Cause I don't want that bad juju.
Like that's
Fuck
why I
that
really don't
shit.
like living in an apartment because I'm like I don't know what the other people did here.
Right.
Story 2 takes place in the same house. This is the same person he sent in. They sent in 3 stories. Story 2 takes place in the same house. Not nearly as scary, but still scared me quite a bit. My uncle and his wife came to visit us, which they don't do often on account of living in Austria. Very nice.
Damn.
This is a couple years past the last story, so a couple years forward from this story, and they are sleeping over and just went into the guest room. I'm walking down our hallway into the living room and decide to stare out the window into the outside where it's pitch black. As I'm scanning the yard, I see a reflection of a tall woman in a white dress, ooh la la rona, seemingly floating around the corner into the kitchen. I panic,
Mm-mm.
but try to rationalize things, remembering there are other people in the house. But then my aunt comes out of the room, and as I was walking down the hallway, she's wearing a black and gray t-shirt and shorts. And I go to my mom's room to ask if it was her, where I see that she's wearing a red shirt and jeans. No other women were in the house with us, and the only area this woman could have gone was the basement that I am absolutely terrified of to this day. So really quick, I just want to say something. So like The Conjuring, right? That's based off of real Ed and Lorraine cases. Valak is a real, if you believe in demons, it is a demon spoken about in the Bible. It is not a nun. They
It's
just
just the form.
It is the form. The form that they depict in the Bible, I believe, is a baby with razor teeth.
That sounds like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, I like the nun better. Last story. Story 3 takes place in a different house. We ended up moving from the house in Clinton Township for many reasons, I understand. But paranormal experiences weren't helping that case. I would assume not. My grandma passed away the previous year. We moved into her they moved into her
Oh,
house. I'm sorry for your loss. Great idea if you're getting away from the paranormal, right? I'm in high
right.
school at this point, and my mom works all day. So when I got home from school, I was alone for a few hours, and her until her husband would get home from his job. When I got home, I had no intention of staying for long because I was going to be sleeping over at a friend's. I decided to take a quick shower before I grab some games, pop, and grab some games, some pop, and headed out. Oh yeah, if you're not from like Michigan, we call soda pop here or Coke pop here. Like, sorry about it.
Fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks, good juice, sparkling yumminess. I was alone for a few hours, blah blah blah. I already read that. Sorry, I don't mean blah 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 in a rude way. I lose shit very fast. And headed out. As I'm almost done in the shower, I hear what sounds like someone in a dead sprint running at the bathroom door. There's
Fuck that shit.
frantic pounding like someone is about to be murdered, begging me to open the door. I, scared to death, scream at the person pounding on the door, Jesus Christ, Mom, give me a minute, I'm almost out. Damn. The first thing that popped into my head was that my mom came home early and got hurt because of the previous experience where that happened. I hurry out of the shower and wrap a towel around myself, and fling the door open to let her in, but no one's there. I figured she ran to the other bathroom because I had to have it had to have been a real emergency. I check the bathroom, no one. I check every room in the house, just me. I look outside and see there are no cars in the driveway besides my own. My heart sinks, and I'm scared out of my mind. I throw on a pair of clothes and run out the door, deciding not to grab anything else. I didn't see anything that day, but it was easily one of the scarier stories for me, especially not having any answers. I hope you enjoy these stories, whether you use them or not. We did. We greatly appreciate you sending them in. And honestly, yeah, if you want to send us more, it sounds like you've lived a lot of paranormal experiences. I'd love to hear more about it.
Like
I do
shit.
have to agree. Like, I think that must have been like the scariest fucking part is like some just random ass bitch pounding on your fucking door. Um,
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying, man. No. We appreciate your stories. I don't like them. I don't like them. That's a bit too real for me.
I like them because I'm not living them. Like,
But
but
we
from
kinda
like,
were.
I don't know. Like, I have a question. Like, do you enjoy? I don't know because it's scary, but like, it's a cool story to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, email us. Like, did this, like, open your eyes to something? Did you kind of follow the path of paranormal? Have you look into, uh, lack of a better word, witchcraft? Like, crystals
Mhm.
and, like, pendulums and stuff like that? Like,
I want to know if he's looked into like what entities he thought it was.
right?
Like maybe typed into Google like, "Hey, who's this bitch in the white dress?" And all of a sudden the movie La Llorona's like, "Buy or rent."
Yeah, so, like, how has this affected your life? Please let us know. But, time for questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get to the question. But I really like your stories.
Stories.
Please send us more. Like I really want to. I like hearing
E-
other people's ghost
right.
experiences. I just find
Even
it
if
cool.
we don't use them on the podcast, we want to hear more.
Yeah, like I love that shit.
Like,
But I'm a fucking crackhead. Like I'll go to sleep watching scary movies because like
yeah, fuck that. I don't do scary
I
movies. I'll watch
love
the
them.
first Conjuring. I like the first Conjuring.
have you seen the second?
I have. I don't like it.
You're not gonna. You'll be fine during the third. It's
It's more like a jump scare. I heard.
no, not even. It doesn't really focus on showing demons. It's mainly about a bitch who's alive
Really?
doing witchcraft. There are like maybe one or two jump scares, but there's no like demons like
Oh.
into.
See,
It was okay.
I
I
don't like
liked
stupid
it.
scary movies like that. I don't really like scary movies because I have very vivid dreams.
Yeah.
And like if I get scared awake and I'm having a nightmare, I'll wake up and I will see the thing in front of me. No, I will see the thing
Mm-hmm.
from the scary movie or what was ever in my dream in front of me, as real as you are now.
We'll go over time. But do you have sleep paralysis?
No.
Lucky bitch. I don't have it often, but when I tell you, it is the most terrifying fucking thing. But you know what? I think me and my sleep paralysis demon are like we're really tight because we got like an unspoken bond of like you don't kill me, I don't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't summon Ed Warren to come destroy your ass.
But I do, like, almost every night I have that feeling. Everyone calls it the angel coming for you, but, like, when you're laying in bed and all of a sudden you feel like you drop,
Uh-huh.
I have that almost every night.
Do you know what that is? Because I can tell you, but you're not gonna like the answer.
It's your heart.
Do you know what it's doing?
Isn't it, like, not beating?
It drops to 0.
Yeah.
That's your body shocking your heart back into like place.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Get that looked at. It doesn't happen often, but like I'll kick. Like I'll be dreaming I'm walking.
I swear to God, I thought your foot was Airba.
No. Oh
sorry,
my
I just saw
God! Did you just call my foot fat? First of all,
I saw something move underneath the couch or underneath
that
the
is
table.
a table, bitch. Like
Just shut the fuck up. I saw something move underneath the table, and like your nails are painted, so her eyes are like around that color.
Yeah.
It looks like so. I thought it was everybody looking at me. I'm like, when did she get in here?
oh, bitch! I had to paint my toenails. Like I've never done it before, but like I could not take it anymore.
Yeah.
Those foot surgeries really fucked me up.
Yeah. Sorry, that like it scared me for
You're
a second.
fine. So we have quite a few questions. I'm just gonna pick a couple and we'll answer the other ones in the next episode.
Mhm.
This one's for you.
Oh.
What's Hailey's favorite hair color on her? Because we discussed in I think the first one we dye our hair constantly.
Constantly, yes. Well, see, I have done every color on under the sun.
Yeah.
Every color. Like right now, I'm a.
Have you done yellow? Not blonde, but yellow.
See, when I did the red, I did yellow at the ends.
Ah, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. See, I haven't had all the colors
Like the
as
whole
one,
head, but
but I have had them on my head at some point.
I have not done. Well,
You
when my purple fades, would you say it's like a pink or a gray? Because I think it looks
it
more like a
depends on the
silver.
purple.
My spirit purple.
That fades to gray.
Okay, I have
Like
not
a
had.
silver.
I have not had hot pink, and
Don't do it. That wouldn't look good with your complexion.
no, just the ends. I would never do my whole ass head hot pink.
Yeah.
I
No,
would.
You're too pale for hot.
I was
pink.
thinking maybe like do hot. If I were gonna do hot pink, because I've done every color as well, just not hot pink. If I was gonna do that, I'd either do very minimal highlights that I would do myself, because fuck salons,
Too expensive.
Oh my god, insane. To dye my hair black, it was like $260. Bitch, I spent $30 and it was fine. Or just the ends of my hair.
Yeah. Well, okay,
But
so
you know,
back to the question.
I really like your blonde hair though.
Yeah.
That's my favorite on you is blonde.
Yeah, I was like bleach blonde at some point, but I really like this color that
I
I
do.
have right now.
I would say it's like
more-
an ash brown, and I like
yeah,
it.
it's okay. The box called it dark blonde, but it's more like a honey brown with natural blonde highlights.
Yeah, my box said blonde, and it turned out like brown.
Yeah, so I really like what it's at right now. If you check out my TikTok, I'll probably make a TikTok in the next couple of days, so you guys would be able to see it.
Follow her on TikTok, always_escape.
Mm-hmm.
It's linked in the description below. So you
I do
follow
a lot
her
of
there.
book rants and shit like that.
Book talk. Hashtag book talk.
Mm-hmm. Always. Just so you guys would be able to see what the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
But I really, really like this because I think
I'm surprised you went from. I mean, I'm not really that surprised because I do it too. Sorry, if I sound like I'm like hoarse, I have not slept. So like my brain is
lagging.
It is lagging. I am loading currently.
Mm-hmm.
You went from like that red to this, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh my god, I love it. Like
Yeah.
I can't even tell.
Yeah, it turned out really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it did.
Really good, which I'm surprised. And my mom does my hair.
She does a very good job. Anyway, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. Again, loading. What's your favorite hair color on you?
I think the one that I have right now.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not quite brown and it's not quite blonde.
It's a nice
I'm
mix.
a natural brunette,
Yes.
but I really loved my blonde.
Mhm.
I think this is a good medium.
Because the blonde you said was a lot of upkeep. Like,
It was.
Okay,
I
so
had to
for
bleach
like,
my hair like every 2 weeks,
say for like
and it
for,
killed my hair.
for me, I'm a natural blonde. So like when I do that, yeah, I'm multi-tonal when it grows back out, but I don't have to continuously bleach my
Yeah.
hair.
No, but if we're talking like color, like a maroonish purple.
Yeah. That's a good answer, Hale. Good
Oh
answer.
my god, I'm good.
I had to take my nose ring out because, dear God, my schnoz is itching. What's your favorite live performance?
Okay, are we talking about like stand-up comedy, concerts?
It
plays?
says what's your favorite live performance. So I would say all of them,
Okay, so
like comedy or concerts or any of that.
okay, so concerts, it's honestly a tie between Bon Jovi and Skillet.
But what's so like what song from each would you say is like the top? Because
Okay,
as soon as
Bon
I read
Jovi,
that,
come on, Living on a Prayer, come on,
love it.
that or Dead or Alive, like, fuck, bitch.
You can't see me because we're not on YouTube, but girl.
Mhm. Like, oh my god, like okay, I'm not saying old songs, but I love
Classics.
yes, like Bon Jovi is a fucking classic, man.
Mhm.
I love him, but with Skillet,
They were good.
They were good. They didn't have like their new album, Legendary or Victorious. That is my favorite album so far. But the song that they played was like that I loved was probably did they
Go ahead, say it. I'll tell you if they did.
they probably played Awaken a lot.
Yeah, they did. I think that
Yeah.
was the first one they played.
Yeah.
Second was Monster, and then they started playing off Unleashed.
Yeah, it's just because Awaken Alive was the first song I ever heard by them. So just hearing it live was amazing.
I can agree. Like, I don't agree that that's my favorite. But that was a very, very good concert. I
Yeah.
love bands and artists who sound the same
Exactly the same.
live like they do on their album. Like,
And the
That's-
energy they bring.
that's my goal for my next one is to try to sound as authentic as I can. So if I ever do live,
hmm
I am not lying. My favorite, you already know.
Oh, come on. Just say the bitch's name.
Evanescence.
Of course.
Because again, I don't like to be lied to. Like, Britney Spears, cool. I love her. She's great. I'm not spending that much money to watch the bitch lip sync and sing.
No.
Me and my husband went to Chicago in 2017 to see Evanescence. And when I tell you, her voice does not age at all. She does not fucking age.
She's fucking gorgeous.
Gorgeous. She had a baby and everything. And I'm like,
Wait, she's a mom?
yeah.
I didn't
She has
know
a son named Jack.
that. Aw.
And she's married to, I believe, a therapist.
That's fitting.
Well, she dated the lead singer of Seether.
No, and I'm not saying that's fitting for like, oh, she needs a therapist.
I mean,
but
have you
come
listened
on.
to some of her songs? Like,
But
it's probably a good thing
come
she
on,
found the
everyone,
therapist.
Everyone needs a therapist in their life, whether it's a professional or someone you vent to. Come on, you need someone. And the fact that she snatched herself a therapist, good for her.
I love that. I love it for her because I was like, yes. Because listening to some of her songs, you're like, wow, the bitch needs therapy.
Like,
and now she's got it at home.
Yep, there you go.
My favorite performance. I love Evanescence. I love all their songs. There's not one song by them I even slightly dislike. Lacrimosa live. Oh my god, I cried so hard. Because she hit all the high notes. So like when they did Synthesis, they like reworked all their old stuff, and she added the vocals. And she hit every fucking note.
Nice.
Like it was nothing. She did that shit like it was absolutely no problem. And I was like, holy shit, that is fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so my sister, like, you can like Evanescence, you don't like them, I don't really give a fuck. My sister, and especially like that generation, is more aimed towards what's catchy.
Yeah.
And Evanescence, don't get me wrong, have their catchy songs. You all know them for Bring Me to Life or Call Me When You're Sober or the Suicide song, My Immortal. I call it that. It's not that. I just call it that because it is so damn sad.
Yes.
But when
they don't really listen to lyrics anymore.
They don't. They listen to what tunes are catchy. Everyone likes the electronic stuff, and Evanescence is in my opinion, a metal rock band with a female vocalist with the voice of a goddamn angel. My sister's like, I don't like Evanescence because her voice gets on my nerves. And be like, do you know? And she's not going to appreciate the range that she has. I'm like, do you know how hard it is to hit that? Not only to hit the notes that she hits so effortlessly, but hold them. And she holds her fucking notes for a long time, and then just picks right back up.
Like that takes skill.
Like, oh my god, if you have never seen an Evanescence live, just YouTube it. Like any song, whatever. I would recommend their newer ones because she was still learning how to use her voice. But it was nuts. I loved that. I loved every minute of it. It was great. We'll do one more question. Let's see, what's a good one? We'll do a quick one because we're running out of time. How many tattoos do y'all have? You count, I'll count mine.
7.
8. 9. 10. I have 11.
Yeah, I have 7. But I have more piercings than you.
Very true. And, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. The fuck yeah, you do. I don't even know what I was going to try to fucking defend over there. No, absolutely not. I don't know why, but when you were like, I have more piercings than you, I immediately went to, like, how many things you've had, like, in you. And I'm like, I think I have you beat on that one, bitch. Although, technically...
Back off, okay? We are not... No, do not come for me with that.
Technically, a needle goes inside you. Just saying.
That reminds me.
How many piercings you got?
1, 2, 3.
We'll be here till 2025.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You've had more things in you than me, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, and I count like my lobes, like my
Us
first
too.
and second holes. I count those on each side separate.
Yep.
Because some people only get one lobe pierced and whatnot. So I count them. Like, I have my first and second holes done. I count each of those as one. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. But
I hate people that are like, oh, it counts
it's
as
one piercing. Fuck off! I got stabbed twice.
Holes. Back off.
Well,
so technically, if we want to go for it, my bar technically
is 2, right?
It's 2 holes, so 13.
You're my 13th reason.
Just give me a reason. I hate myself.
I hate you for doing it. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you send us your ghost stories or any story you want shared on the podcast to IGKNIGHTPODCAST@gmail.com. It'll be linked down below. Also, make sure you follow Hailey's TikTok account down below as well. Follow all my social medias. You can go ahead and follow my YouTube, but like a bitch ain't on it anymore. Not currently. Probably not till next year. Go stream my album Sad Souls and pre-order my book. And we will see you guys on the next one.